Okay, there we go. Okay, so you guys know me from Instagram, So Bright Creations. I'm Jackie, and today we are going to make our very own propagation station. So I already propagated one of these. It took about 3 or 4 weeks. You can see this one has no roots, but the one that I already did, it took about 3 or 4 weeks, and it grew tons of roots, and it already grew extra leaves. And then I planted it in this pot here, and I'm going to give it to a friend. And my original plant that it came from is like, it's upstairs, so I don't have it here, but it's like this big. But yeah, you can use this little station to propagate any of your favorite plants for yourself, to give to your friends, to make new ones, whatever. Oh, we have someone else joining us. So the first thing that we're gonna do to make this is we're gonna cut our 1x2. Hello, we're just getting going here. So this is what we're gonna make, of course, and I am recording this as well, so you guys can watch the replay if you ever need to refer back to anything. So I am going to take you guys outside because my miter saw is outside in the shed. So I'm going to take you out there, and we are going to cut the 1x2. So while I walk outside, if you want to measure your pieces, you can do that. So you're going to measure, actually, you can, it's 5 1/4 inches from like the long edge to the long edge. Of this measurement may vary depending on the size of your test tube. But yeah, mine is 5 1/4 inches. And so what I'm going to do, because I'm not the best at measuring, is I'm going to do my first cut at 45 degrees, and then I'm going to measure from this corner to here and mark out 5 1/4 to do my second cut. And it doesn't have to be exactly 5 1/4, but the most important thing is that this piece is the exact same size as this piece. So I'm going to walk you outside and we'll do the first cut. I'm going to put this in. I'll just take this whole thing. Okay. I got my wood. You guys get a little tour of my house while I go outside. And at any time, just like jump in if you have any questions. Don't hesitate to ask. Like, I want to be able to help you guys through this. Hey, I tested this out the other day to make sure that I still get my Wi-Fi out here. Okay, so this is my miter saw. So do you guys all know how to do a 45-degree cut on your miter saw? Yeah. Okay, so for mine, set my computer up here. Oh, that works pretty good. So for mine, I just have a lever on the bottom here, and then I move it over to 45 degrees and it just clicks in at 45 degrees. So I actually have one cut here, but that's okay. I'll cut just to show you. So for the first one, it doesn't really matter which way you go. Just make a 45-degree cut and then we'll go from there. So this might be loud. Okay, so I've got 145-degree cut here, and then I'm going to measure from the back side, from the long edge, and I'm going to measure 5¼ inches and put a mark on the edge. So this is 5¼ inches, and I want them to go in the same way, or I guess like opposites. So the short ends are both like this, and then the long ends are both like that. So I like to just draw a line. I mean, this line doesn't have to be perfect because you're going to be cutting it on your machine. So then I'm going to line it up. And when you're cutting with the miter saw, just keep in mind that you need to take into account the width of the blade and also the width of the teeth. So I'm just going to try and show you this up close. So, okay, you can see this. So this is the width of the blade, but then, so sometimes you'll be tempted to line it up to this, but the teeth are actually a little bit wider than the blade. So when you're lining up your cut lines, just make sure that you take that into consideration, and you don't actually want to cut on the line. You want to cut beside it, right? Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and make my next cut, and you guys can go ahead and make your cuts.
I got here late and I don't know what I'm cutting or how.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Okay. So we're just starting with our 1x2s. Do you have your 1x2? Okay.
Well, I cut them at what length?
So just to start on one edge, I'll just show you. This is just a scrap piece I have. So just on one edge, right near the end, just make a 45-degree cut. Do you know how to make a 45-degree cut?
Nope.
Do you have a miter saw?
I got this bad boy right here. You see anything?
Oh yeah, I see that. Okay, hold it still. Let me have a look for a second. Okay, so that's kind of like a miter box kind of thing, right? Like it's a handsaw, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And it has dials. 50, 45.
Okay, so can you try and turn it to 45?
The 45. Buggy. 1 second. I'll put this away. Oh, where'd you go? Okay, I'll try 45.
Okay, and it's Kaylin, right? Kaylin? When you're done your one cut, what I do is just use, you'll have your one piece, and then for the next one, you can just use the one edge that you've already cut, right? And I just trace it. It's like not always the most accurate, but all that matters is that they're the exact same.
Okay.
So just make sure you have two the same, and then we'll pause there.
Oh. Okay. 45. Okay, I gotta do math.
Okay, what kind of math?
Well, 90 is a straight cut. So would I go to 45?
Yeah, it should be 45.
Okay. Okay. Can you see it? No.
Yeah, kind of. Does the angle look kind of like this?
Oh, I just got it something on 1 second. Let's see.
Oh, just stop for a second.
Yeah.
When you put it in, put it so up and down like this.
Up and down.
Yeah. Do you see what I mean?
Yep. I'll put it up here. Oh. Oh, it's looking good. Can you see it? Look at my setup.
I see it.
See my setup?
You gotta get cutting now. You got more work to do than we do.
Okay, how many do I need?
You need 2, but just start with your 1 cut and then tell me when you got 1 cut, okay?
Okay.
Okay, Kaylin, do you have your 2 cuts?
Say it again.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you show them to me again? I think we cut different ways. Okay, I'm trying to figure it out.
I cut like,
Yeah. I see what you mean. Like I cut it. Do you see the difference?
yeah, I will recut those.
I should have explained that. Okay. Yeah, that's right. Okay. So now on this edge, when you're at your long edge, measure about 5 1/4 inches.
Okay. Oh, from the long part.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, no, and then I cut it the other way.
Yeah, so it'll look like this. The short ends are both on one side and the long ends are both on one side.
And is this mark the long tip, the longest tip?
Yeah, so this is where I did my tick. So it's 5 1/4. And then I just do this little line here just to make sure that I remember to get the right angle.
Okay.
Do you follow?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, I'm gonna cut mine too.
Okay. Oh.
How's everybody doing?
I'm figuring something out.
I have
Okay, awesome. Okay, so Kaylin, now you can cut another one on 45-degree angle, like the same way that you just did. And then you're gonna measure it 4¼ inches.
Okay.
Okay, and then make 2 of those. And as long as they're the exact same size, they don't have to be exactly 4¼ but just the same size. Okay.
Okay. Whoa.
Look at you go. Okay, that's awesome. Now you're gonna make one more the exact same size. So I just kind of trace it because I'm not a super measure kind of person.
Okay. Okay.
Also, when you're tracing them, one thing you can do to measure them is hold it up like this. And then
Yeah.
if you kind of hold them back to back,
Yeah.
and then you can just draw your line
Okay.
there.
Oh, little off. Little off. Oh no. Oh yeah, a little off.
Let's see.
Uh,
Yeah, I
Every-
would, yeah, trim it again. And then if you got those cut, yeah, you can do some sanding. I'm gonna sand mine a little bit here as well. You can definitely sand before or after you assemble, but it is a little bit easier before. When you're sanding, you don't want to round the edges of the joins because you want them to be like a nice tight fit. So I always wait until I assemble it to do like the corner, to sand the corner edges. but you can definitely sand this flat parts. And you guys probably know this, but when you're sanding, always go with the grain of the wood. So you might be tempted on the edge or whatever to just go this way a little bit, but you always want to go with the grain of the wood. It will leave marks. The one with the handsaw. I'm sorry, I don't know your name.
Oh, it's Mika.
Mika. Okay, okay. Your pickle something, right?
Yeah, pickle that.
Yeah. Okay. How are you making out with your cuts?
I just have to shave off a bit more.
Okay. Okay, Kaylin, I think I'm gonna, oh, I got one more to sand here on mine. And then I'm gonna go, back downstairs because I'm gonna finish the rest down there. And I can show you what's next.
Okay. Whew. How many is better?
Yeah, that's good. Okay,
Okay.
now
Yeah.
you're gonna do one more cut on the 45-degree angle, and then you're
Yeah.
gonna measure that one to be 4¼ inches.
4¼ inches.
Yeah, and then you're gonna make 2 of those, just like that, but an inch shorter.
All right. 4¼ inches.
Yep, that's right. I'm gonna take you guys back downstairs. Oh, my timer's going, my kid's bedtime timer. It's gonna have to wait tonight.
My kiddo is being babysat. by Cocomelon.
What's that?
My kiddo is currently being babysat by Cocomelon.
Yeah, mine's boss baby, I think. Hey, we all deserve a little time too.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna get my drill set up. So pick whichever piece you want to be your top piece. And then I also get a scrap piece of wood so I can drill into, so I don't drill into my bench. We're gonna do the First, we're gonna do the big hole. Uh-oh. Okay, we only have 10 minutes left, so I'm gonna kind of keep going here. And then we can always do it again another night too.
Okay.
I need to get the paid version to have longer time. Okay, how are you doing, Mika?
So good. So good.
Awesome. So you got 4 pieces?
4 pieces.
Okay, so we're gonna take one of the short pieces and we're gonna find the center of it. So, oh, I forgot my tape measure outside. Okay, I'm gonna get, so just measure. I'm gonna go around and grab a tape measure, but find the center this way and find the center this way, and then you should have a little X marked where the center is.
Okay.
I'm gonna use my sewing tape measure. So what I do to find the center is like, it's 4 1/4, right? But I just move my tape measure to make it look like 4, like, so it's centered around 4, and then just mark it at 2. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And then like same, it's like 1 inch and almost 1.5 inches. So that would be 3/4. Okay, so once you got your center mark, then you're gonna drill your hole right in the center. I'm gonna use this hole saw. You can also use a spade bit. And this should be the diameter of your test tube. Okay. So I've got my hole drilled, and when I drill into this piece of wood, I push down really hard, and then it leaves a nice smooth finish on the back side too. It doesn't chip away. So now I'm gonna put this other drill bit in. Just stop me if you guys have any questions. I'm gonna kind of go a bit fast here, but just stop me if you have questions. So this drill bit here is the smaller size. I think it's like 1/4 inch or 1/4 inch, yeah. And it's for this string. So what I found is that it needs to be drilled like kind of on one end. And you also need to make sure that you have enough room down here, that it doesn't go through like this part. It's got to be through the whole part, right?
Right.
So to do that, I like to drill it from the back side, the shorter side, to make sure that you get it the right width. So I just drill it like kind of close to the end. I'll drill it and then show you. That one kind of chipped away. So you don't want it too close to the edge because it compromises like the strength, right? And this one kind of chipped away here. Not the end of the world. There's a knot that will kind of hide it, but you do want it off to kind of one side so that it lays flat on the wall, but I could have put it a little bit more this way. Okay, and now I'm just gonna quickly sand it. Okay, now I'm gonna secure it with my nail gun. Now, what are you guys using it to secure? Do you have hammer and nails? Do you have screws? Do you have nail gun, or what do you have?
I have just one finishing nails, or I have a air nail stapler I could use.
Okay, yeah. Actually, I don't know if I put that on the list, but that's a really good option too, with the stapler. Okay. I'm gonna show you. I'll just show you how I do it. You can definitely use a hammer and nail. It will take a little bit longer just because it's a little bit more finicky. And then you can always finish that like yourself if that's really easy to do. So I'm gonna start with this short one here and then one of the long ones. And I do like to always use wood glue. When you're using wood glue, you should always spread it out. I don't always do this, and my dad is always giving me heck for it. But essentially, the wood will only adhere where the glue is. So you should take the time to spread it out. And you only need a small amount. So I got a really thin layer. I'm going to join it here, and then this is the tricky part. So I like to have it on a flat surface so that you can check and make sure that it's nice, tight fit. And then I'm trying to remember which way I think I went in from the side last time. Okay, so you don't want your fingers in the line of fire there. There we go. So when I did it, I just pushed down really hard. There we go. Okay, and then I'm going to come over and do the same on this side. We're going to, there we go. And then I'm going to do the same this way. If you have it flush down like it should. There we go. You want to hold that. Makes me cringe having my fingers there. But I'm just pushing down on the top, and I know if I go, it's gonna go that way, right? So always think about if you slip, where is it gonna go? Okay, and then this one's a lot easier because you got a little bit more secure now. And I'm nailing them all from the side piece. Oops. That one went somewhere. See, if I slip there, it'll go right into my finger, so that's not a good spot to hold it. Okay, I did pretty good, but there's one nail here that's sticking out. So I'm gonna get a hammer and a punch. Punch it in.